Well, it's not too often that you get to be surrounded by true living legends. Well, we did. We had the MGM at Foxwoods for their star-studded red carpet event to honor Kenny Rogers' first 50 years. And boy, what a treat. Lights, camera, action. It was surreal to be on the red carpet with Kenny Rogers. You know, I wanted to know, like so many others, how do you plan a celebration of your first 50 years? Well, you grab your closest and dearest friends.
Well, I wouldn't have missed this for nothing. Kenny's like a brother and a dear friend to me, and we've had a lot of success. We've had a lot of hit records together, and I think people would be disappointed if they didn't see us. This
guy came along, and we are so much alike, and we do every crazy thing together, and I love him. I mean, I will say that about, if I'm going to sing Lady to him tonight, you know I have to love him.
The Oak Ridge Boys are so honored to be here to pay tribute to Kenny, be a part of this great celebration.
He was always a perfect gentleman under stress, and even under the chaos of trying to put together a show like this, he's never lost his cool for a moment. And I think that's the true mark of a star, that he'll be around for another 50 years. Because he's royalty, you know, he's got it in his blood.
I met Kenny when I was about 17. I saw him and Dolly at the Ice Palace in Utah, and I was mesmerized.
Kenny's so generous. He's so like a mentor, and he's happy to share. One of the things that's been so sweet, when you work with a lot of artists, sometimes they save their bells and whistles for their own show. He shares all of his bells and whistles.
It's staggering because you start off saying, this is a cool idea, let's do it. And I called Dolly Parton and Lionel Richie first. And once they said yes, and everybody else wanted to be a part of it, you know, then you have to find people. The whole criteria was it needed to be somebody I'd worked with throughout my career. That was the whole idea. So you got the Oak Ridge Boys, and you got Sheena Easton and Winona Judd and Alison Krauss. And I mean, I sat out there this afternoon, watched rehearsal, and thought, this is pretty cool.
Kenny is credited by many as the one musician that transformed country music. I mean, he made it look easy performing and collaborating with just about every musician imaginable. His success has gained him worldwide attention.
Well, it's great to be with Kenny. He's always been such an inspiration to us. Kenny came into the career of the Oak Ridge Boys. We'd already had several hits when Kenny took us on his tour. But what he did do, he showed us how to do it big time. He showed us on the Full House tour how to go all across the United States over a period of the next 3 or 4 years, 200 cities, and fill every seat in the house. He showed us how to do it big time.
For a man that has 42 ultimate hit songs ranging from Lady, Ruby Don't Take Your Love to Town, She Believes in Me, Islands in the Stream, Buy Me a Rose, and more. You know, it comes as no surprise that he sold over 120 million records, and he continues to wow us all, even musicians like Billy Dean.
I'll just give you what Kenny said. The first 50 years show is a cinch. The second 50 years is going to be a
Is he always this honoring?
No, it's you know what? It's historical. Let me just I'll give you one tidbit. Kenny Rogers is not in the Country Music Hall of Fame, and he should be, because without Kenny Rogers, we would have never had country music broadening out into the different genres, and his teamwork with Lionel Richie and Lady, you know, it made country music cool. Kenny made country cool.
Kenny Rogers is an American country music singer-songwriter. He's a photographer, record producer, actor, and entrepreneur. So what does he attribute his long-term success to?
Well, you know, I've always had a theory that you need 3 things in your life to be happy. Someone to love, something to do, and something to look forward to. And so for me, if I weren't doing this, I don't know what I would do. I'm a creative guy. There's a lot of things I can do that just don't bring me the pleasure this brings me.
What if music brings you pleasure and it's all that you ever wanted to do and pursue? Well, what advice does Kenny have for you?
Well, if you're getting in the music business, don't get in it for the money, because chances are you won't last long enough to make the money, because your heart's got to be in it. It's got to be something you do whether you make money or not. And if you stick around long enough and you have any talent, ultimately you can be successful.
Kenny Rogers once said, I've always been like a boomerang. You can throw me away, but you can rest assured that I'm coming back. Well, Kenny keeps coming back. He's a true living legend. Well, the MGM at Foxwoods provided a pretty amazing and incredible venue for Kenny Rogers and fans and us to celebrate his career. Now, if you're looking for some more summer fun, Foxwoods is gearing up for their Legends in Concerts. It's the longest-running celebrity tribute show in the world. If you want more information on that, you can come to our website. We'll have the link to their website. In the meantime, a special thank you to Julie Canepes, Lori Potter, and Joe Jimenez for making our red carpet experience awesome, and you made it possible for us. A big thank you to them, and a big thank you to Kenny Rogers for posing long enough to take this picture with my director to the right and photographer, Tracy Doherty, myself, and the fabulous Kenny Rogers. Again, the first 50 years. Kenny, you rock. All right, coming up next, everybody, the great Italian food and fun. We're in the kitchen when Connecticut Style returns, so stick around.